It is time for the Tuesday Tirade Show. Welcome to CultureCasino channel. It is time for the Tuesday Tirade. I hope you are ready for some stuff for us to talk about.
I love that. I need to have that go longer, apparently. You are totally...
Nah, I should have come in sooner.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Sorry, folks. Both of us are eating, so apologies. We are...
Apologies?
That's what I said. Yeah. And a lot of it's because, running
we could just sit here and eat. Just,
An eating stream?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's fun. We got pizza. It's like midnight snacks. You better start that channel.
I think we just lost our jobs.
Probably. I'm sorry, Andre. All right. Anyway, we got Grumpy Old Ninja and Carlo out there. Good to see you. We got Martino Solmani. Good to see you, my friend. You're making fresh popcorn in preparation. Me too. Hashtag me too. We got
that is off the grill. That is 100% beef.
Beef
was for dinner.
Well, you were grilling it, huh? Olaf Von S is out there. We got our good friends Captain Phantom Nerd. I owe him a conversation. We got OC Dobbins here.
I got baby taters.
That looks
baby
good.
Taters.
Those are good, man.
Yeah.
I have some full-size taters I need to harvest. Gonna have 3 batches of potatoes.
Yeah, but they're not baby tater cool.
I could have harvested them early, I guess. Got OC Dobbins out there. Got Emotionally Unstable Amphibian. Wooly Woodward, of course. Mutant Bam Hammer, of course. And let's see, some other folks rolling through here, including D. Bud Martin. We got just another redshirt. Hail, Mr. Shirt. Good to see you. See a few other folks. Come on, folks. I'm having a bad time scrolling. There we go. Dr. Dragon is here. Say hi to Dr. Dragon. DS Ford's there. Let's see who else is in the house.
The camera's down way too low.
Yeah, it is. What are you showing things off? You're going to the reservoir, I think. Are you?
I got this today.
Did you?
Totally.
Oh, whoa. Where did you get that from?
Entertainment Earth.
Wow.
You had 20 seconds.
That's amazing.
That was more than 20 in movie time.
All right. Well, we got a Louvre and Imakara here. My wrist is healing up well, but I've still got to baby it for a while. I shall be lurking. Love y'all. Good to see you, Louvre. We got Keith Howard. Good to see you, bud. I hope everything's going well. Dark Winter is here. Is the rumors true they fired Shippy for trying to do his job? Look, I trust the people that are telling us this, including Gary. So yes. Yes. Yeah, I would say you could probably take that to the bank. We got Dragon Master 360 in the house. Let's see. I think I said hi to D-Bud already. We got Dash Attack. What's up, buddy? A few other folks rolling in here. K&R Nut 82 won't be active in the chat. Disney, you're repairing your VCR DVD combo unit. That is a worthwhile endeavor, my friend.
Nice.
Yeah, we got Duck Nation here. Duck Nation's here. What's up, Duck Nation? Catsit saying hello. Alpha's here, or Jelf. We got Robert Hammer here. Everybody was laughing at your singing, by the way. So there you go. We got Boosh.
Good.
What's up, Boosh? Hamdinga. Kathy was here. Let's see who else is rolling through. We got Rob Altus here. We got a box of popcorn from our good buddy Darius Munchausen. Good to see you, my friend. Tom did shave. I'm not sure what he shaved, but he did shave.
I'm sorry, Darius, if you had some bad flashbacks when I showed Ed 209. I should have put a trigger warning up. My bad.
That's all right. The problem's solved. We got Jordan Lee out there. The Bat is here. That's cool. Ginger Justice is here. Forbidden Ruin is here. Baby taters are good. Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
ATN is here. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, he can't be here. Well, thanks for being here. We're going to jump on the story right away.
Looks like nobody can be here, but they're all here.
They're all here. Yeah, we got Sonder Hammerslag. Let's see. Everybody's like really happy about Ed 209. So let's see. Robert Hammer, I think I said hi to. The lovely Sherry's here. Hey, what's up, Steven? Deleted Scenes is here. Got to get him on a show again. All right. Franco Colombo. Love that. And Kareen is here. Good to see you. All right. We are all here. All of us are here. We are all here. Tom, which flop do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Lightyear and the fact that it's just about to be on Disney Plus? Do you want to talk?
Does anybody care about that anymore?
I don't know. I mean, they like tried to make that news, and I'm thinking, we already knew that. We already knew it was getting the early treatment. The film did not do well. R.I.P. Franco Colombo. Wow.
I mean, I'm surprised it wasn't straight to Disney Plus in the first place after. But the price tag, yeah, I see.
Well, we lost. We've been losing people left and right. We lost to Mickey Rooney Jr. I don't know if you know that. He was 77.
Well, that's too bad because didn't his dad live to be pretty old?
Yeah, kind of a bummer. But he lived a hard life. He had substance abuse issues. He became an evangelical preacher at one point. He played for and with Willie Nelson in a band. So, yeah.
And I'll never smoke weed with
Franco was called the Bat because of his enormous lats. I did not know that. Very large human being, apparently. Looks like passed away in 2019. Yeah. And he was pretty yoked. Indeed. Buzz Lightyear direct to Netflix. I don't know. Is Netflix going to get Buzz Lightyear?
Not here.
No, not Netflix. No, Netflix. You know
I don't know. Let me ask him.
Hey, my friend. Is Netflix getting
Ivan Golov here?
Yeah, Ivan. My friend.
Hello, am I coming in from the Soviet Union?
Yeah. Is your service going to offer Buzz Lightyear? The Lightyear movie.
Yes, we love Buzz Light beer. You have all kinds of beer here in Russia. You come on over. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually thinking like I mean, Lightyear, the new movie, the new animated feature.
Sure, we have all the old light beers. We have all the new light beers. You know what I think you're liking going by your hair? Zima. We still have Zima here.
Wow.
Thanks. Yes.
Thanks. Wow.
It is from 1986. It's probably pretty potent.
Oh.
You drank a lot of Zima back in the day, didn't you?
Never, ever.
Do not lie to us.
No, I'm not lying.
No lying on this show. This show is called the No Lying Show.
No,
you tell all the truth.
I may have sipped it once to see what it was, but I don't like a lot of those malt style.
Okay,
beverages.
now you ask me one.
Okay. You got a lot of bears up there. Did you ever accidentally cuddle up with one?
Yes, one time, and then I ended up married in shotgun wedding because her father was such a bear. He's like, you marry my daughter now. You don't get to cuddle with daughter before marriage. This is wrong in Russia. So now I married her. She's a very hairy beach.
All right.
She is always complaining and beaching about my snoring, but I say she needs to cut her damn toenails. She's cutting up my legs at night when I'm sleeping, and she kicking me.
All right. Did she ever take like a really long nap for like 3 or 4 months?
Yes, and she ate my neighbor, Tim.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that for Tim.
I'm not. Tim was a dick.
Oh, well, okay. Well, there we are. Well, we got to.
Okay, bye-bye now.
Yeah, thanks, Ivan. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Look,
he's been busy trying to get Netflix off the ground.
It sounds like he has been. I mean,
it's a lot of walking involved, I guess.
Yeah, but he's accumulating more tapes, is what I've heard. He's building up his library. So
that's the rumor.
But Sith Holocron's out there for $5 says, sorry to bring this up, but you're smarter than me. No, that's not true. What do you think about the DC Rolling Stone article? Tom?
I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
Really?
Yes.
Care to elaborate?
I had talked to people and heard similar things in the past.
Okay.
The timing of it makes me question shit more than anything. Do I think clearly there is a fan base for the Snyder Verse.
Right.
But would I put it past some of the Snyder fans to create bots to help inflate that number? No.
I think it's interesting because to me, I think people do that all the time.
Right. I'm not even condemning him for it. It's just, and it's not everybody's fault. I'm not saying everybody who's a Snyder fan is okay with it or even knew about it. I'm just saying it's one of those things that I had heard some stuff like 2 years ago about the similar things. So, but yeah, Rolling Stone kind of sucks. So.
But look, bot lives matter indeed. And it's weird because they have been getting into heavy duty political coverage, right? Not just like the stuff they used to do, right? Their occasional in-depth, like biannually, whatever cultural story. Now they seem to
didn't they pick a side and went after like Eric Clapton and a bunch of other shit too?
They have, and look, it's really bad. I mean, it's funny because it was nice. They had a nice resurgence because of Almost Famous and stuff like that, but they really have fallen off of a cliff. But are there bots? Yeah. Was that the reason that the Snyderverse got pumped up so we could get his vision of the last film? Marginally, I'm sure there was some bots. There's bots and everything. I guess that's kind of where I come down. There are bots pretty much everywhere on the internet. YouTube, Twitter. It doesn't matter. Any platform is going to have a certain number of automated messages. AI controlled entities that essentially view content or produce content or whatever. And that's why if you're looking for something fun to watch, there is a video out there. It's still on YouTube, by the way, which is surprising, that actually talks about the empty internet theory. So that would be worth your while. But no, I think you're right, Tom. I think it's somewhere in the middle. There were bots definitely present. Yeah. And definitely,
and there's a kind of a bias to the article. I'm not going to lie about that either, right? Like, clearly there's an agenda there to paint Zack Snyder in a not so pretty light, let's say.
Yeah.
But again, some of these things were things I had kind of heard or alluded to in the past. So I can't discount this article, unfortunately.
No, but see, that's like saying, here, let's use a squirrel word, a weasel word, right? That's what the press does now. That's what the political sandbaggers use. Widespread. Was there widespread use of bots?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. And see, the problem is that now nobody has a definition for the term widespread. Is widespread 1,000? Is widespread 10,000?
10.
Is widespread 100,000? See, this is the problem with using that terminology. So, but when you get down to it, who knows? You cannot discount the fact that there are things out there, and ATN brings up a point. There are plenty of bots that upvote content for various places.
Yes, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And the reason I say somewhere in the middle is there's a perfect point in the article where you see both sides of it, because they talk about the Snyder fans going after Godzilla versus Kong, which is true. They did. So I remember saying how stupid that was when it happened. But then the article claims there was this orchestrated thing against Wonder Woman 84. I'm like, where? Again, via the Snyder fans. I'm like, I don't remember that. And they're claiming just because of what's his face was one of the writers on it. I'm like, that's a bit of a stretch. But anyhow, sorry. I just like I said, I feel like the truth lies somewhere in the middle of it all. Being someone who's kind of in the middle of the whole thing, I know a lot of things. Some things I can't say. Some things we've already reported on. So refer to our reporting.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times you guys have to craft the
I'm
way
sure
you
Andre's going to have an editorial on
Oh,
this.
I'm sure. Yeah. So look to that in the very near future. And yes, Duck Nation, somebody did pay for the release, the Snyder Cut banner to be flown over Comic-Con. That's true. Actually, whoa, wait. ATN brings this up. This is fun. Actually some company investigated the claim that this particular person made when she was attacked by bots, and they showed that she was attacked by actual people and protected by the bots. Yes, she's not wonderful human being sometimes. Of course, not everybody's perfect all the time. So there's that. CC can't highlight I tried. I did. I finally got it done. I did highlight it. See what else is out there. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. Release the Alf cut. There you go. Is Scotty trying to defend The Last Jedi again? Kinda. And I have that article ready to go. But I want to do this one first because...
Again?
We'll get there, bro. We'll get there. I'll get there. We got...
Are they fucking or what? Because...
I don't know, man. I don't know.
And water is wet.
Yeah, kind of. But Lightyear is going to be available to stream on Disney Plus in August, on the 3rd, actually. Now, Tom, can you count back 45 days and tell me what day that would be from August 3rd?
No, because math is racist.
Okay.
But I know you know the answer.
I don't, actually. I
45.
Yeah, subtract 45 days. The question is this making it early? Well, let's read. That's fun. Reading is fun. That's probably racist too. Lightyear, Disney and Pixar's Buzz Lightyear focused movie that hit theaters in June. Okay. June, July, August 3rd. Yeah, not 45 days. All right, anyway. So get ready to blast off on August 3rd. So here we go. So
it actually came out June 17th to be exact.
Yeah, so it's like this is abbreviated window, kids. Anyway. So Lightyear, you have me doing that now. Lightyear stars Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear, though he's not the Toy Story Lightyear you'll be familiar with, yada, 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 yada. And that's it. That was the story.
Actually, wouldn't that be about 45 days?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't. That's why I was having you count. Did you count?
Well, June 17th to July 17th roughly is a month.
30 days.
Okay. So then you add, we're 2 weeks out from August 4th, roughly. So yeah, it's about 45 days. Exactly. Yeah, it looks about right.
Don't stream Lightyear and tell me it's raining. Oh, indeed. Yeah, Scotty Boy is the gift that keeps on giving.
What the hell's he doing now?
Mendelssohn, the man who makes classic composer look bad by sharing his name. Also true. Also true. All right. Well, you know what? We're not going to avoid the subject. We're not. We're going to, this is a place that do you know who John Campea is? You heard of that guy?
Greetings and salutations, morons.
Okay. So apparently you have, yeah, he actually, he came after everybody for calling this thing underperforming, under siege.
And then he showed everybody he don't know how to math.
Yeah, he did. First of all, wouldn't you have suspected, instead of just running with those numbers, to actually, I don't know, check a source or two?
What I think is funny is that I just look at it, especially the one that had the 250 budget on it. It's like, you realize you just subtract that 250. That's what they did. They just added the 250 to it is what they did.
Yeah. I mean, look, anybody can make a mistake. I will not eat your lunch for making.
I would even say that could even be a computer error, right? Like they just happen to not, it
Or
wasn't
fat
in the right
fingered-
spot or whatever.
Or fat fingered the keyboard trying
Whatever,
to type
yeah.
495 or whatever it was. But it happens, right? So I know this. So yeah, somebody just said collapser in the chat. Thanks, 16-bit. Appreciate it. So let's look at it just for fun. This is from Collider. It says Thor: Love and Thunder has franchise worst box office fall in second weekend. Not only did I see this coming a mile away, I pre-recorded my video that was going to be released on Monday on I think
We already did the
Saturday
post-mortem
morning.
basically. So we're like, yeah, it's done.
It's toast. Yeah, it's like anybody can do the math, but $46 million. So
You're a moron.
Now, here's the weird thing, Tom. It was on the verge of passing $500 million when this was published 2 days ago, right? So it fell 68%, and that was largely reported. I'm sure all of your favorite content creators have had lunch on this one. Basically saying, hey, this is the biggest fall, blah, 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 whatever. By comparison, Doctor Strange fell 67, Black Widow 68. So that's basically tied, right? Spider-Man No Way Home also fell by 68%, but it made over $100 million more in its opening weekend, and its successive weekends it fell off much, much less. You are always going to see a giant open now. I think every single tent pole is designed for that. When we talked about that on Midnight's Edge Monday, we talked about last week, I believe, even on Friday, right? So Love and Thunder exceeded expectations in its debut weekend. No, it didn't. It was well below projections. Tom, do you remember how many times it revised those projections downward?
At least twice.
Yeah. So there's that. And so the film made $144 million, the second best box office opening of the year. Yeah. And yet I think that Minions at the end of its run will do better, as will Jurassic World.
Minions has already busted $1 billion.
And so here we are. So we got Top Gun Maverick at $1.2 billion, which delivered phenomenal holds. Do you know what that means? It means it's got legs. Do you know what doesn't have legs? This. There is no competition on the horizon until Black Adam. That's not a lie, right? I think Bullet Train is going to do well because there's nothing to compete with it. Can you think of another film that might do well?
Nope.
All right. This tally.
There was a pun in that, but you didn't get it.
I didn't, probably. Dude, I'm trying
There's
to.
There's that movie called Nope coming out.
Oh, that's right. Nope. Yeah, you know what? It's being reviewed positively by critics, which means it's probably marginal.
It's his third, fourth film. He's got a bit of a following or so, whatever you want to call it, to where I think that one's going to do okay. I think Bullet Train's going to do okay. That Lion movie might do okay. There's a few original films coming out between now and the end of the summer that might do okay. But at this point, Thor's done. Right, like they said in that article, it's a pity. It will not do any. It's not going to do any better, considering there's no competition. Right?
Well, it doesn't have the thing that it needs. Right, legs. It's not going to get people to go back to the theater to see it again. There's nothing compelling even to have people go see it the first time. Exactly. It did what it did. But everybody say hi to Rough Girl and check out Rough Girl's channel. Rough Girl. So. Let's see. Yeah, Ripperverse made more money than Lightyear. Whoa, that's not entirely true, Defenders of the Faith, but he did do rather well and exceeded all expectations, including his own. So very good. Sith Holocron for another $2 super chat says, "Thanks for the input, gentlemen." Indeed, absolutely. Thanks for the $7. I appreciate it, and thank you, Darius Munchausen, for the super sticker earlier. And if you guys are sending member chats, I don't have them up on this end. My little mini teleprompter monitor took a dump today, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one. But yeah. Anyway, so we've got let's see. Okay, so let's look at these. This is fun. So I like the numbers. Why do I like the numbers, Tom?
Because like you're racist as fuck.
Okay, probably not true. But all right, let's look at this. Okay, so here we are. Thor: Love and Thunder 2022. As of this moment, it's at 503. Now, remember when they said 2 days ago it was on the cusp of crossing 500? Right now, it's officially 503, not just under 504. This film cost $250 million to make. They spent at least that much money.
Okay, cue a bunch of people now claiming that it's in profit.
Yeah, no. Not even close. Miles away from that.
I would argue it needs at least another 150 to 250 million to be in the profit. But that's just me.
This is true. Eric July likely made more money than Lightyear. Yes, if you want to talk about profit, you are 100% right.
Oh, yeah, because Lightyear lost money.
Oh, tons. Yeah, Defenders of the Faith. Yeah, you're right in the respective profit. Yeah, so I didn't mean to dismiss that so quickly. And no, you're right, ATN as well. So, yeah, you guys are right. It did make profit. There was profit to be made. Eric July made profit. Did Lightyear? No, Lightyear is not profitable. Lightyear will not make $1.
No. And just heads up, like, because I know a lot of people are running with this. E. Clay Thomason said Monsters got dumped on Netflix. I guess the trailer kind of ruined it. It was always going to streaming, guys. It was never going to be a theatrical release. The only thing that's different now than what we originally thought is everybody thought it was going to Peacock because Universal did it, but evidently they must have worked a deal out with Netflix, so good on them. They made some money on it. But yeah, no, it was never going to be a theatrical release, so just so everybody knows that.
Okay. The Monsters thing's weird. I did apologize. Yeah, you were right. No, I did say it was right. You guys are right. But here's the other thing, right? So now we're going to look at these numbers because this is what I love to do. Okay, this is the chart. This is what I love this represented the way they do it. The numbers have been doing a good thing for a long time. The cone of expectations is this taupe colored area here, this shaded area here. This line is where the film's performing. From after at the beginning of its first weekend or at the conclusion of the 10th, right? Here's previews. Here's day 1. Here's day 2. Here's Sunday. At that point, this thing went to the bottom, and then began to overly underperform right there. So we're at July 16th. This thing is dumping hard, and now it's well below the cone of expectation. Well below.
You said cone, so I just started thinking about ice cream cones. Sorry.
Oh, I'm hungry too. Eric Sullivan for $10. Thank you, my friend. Wow. Big pockets today. Thanks, buddy. Says, hey, CC Tom, just got in from work. Great way to chill out. Well, I'm glad you're here. And I hope you were safe and didn't burn yourself, my friend.
Yeah, don't burn yourself.
Don't burn yourself. It happens a lot, though. Do you know how many scars chefs have from cooking? It's crazy.
Yeah.
ATN says 50% take from the local box office, 33% international, double the cost of the marketing. So $500 million cost for the movie needs to be something like $750 to $900.
Basically, yep.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be, it might hit profit. It depends on the companion advertisers, but based on what I've been taking from what everybody's been saying, $700 million is the line in the sand.
That seems plausible to me.
Yeah, that's the line in the sand on this one. So we'll see. But once again, thank you, Eric. You're awesome, guys. Check out Eric's channel. Check out what Eric's doing.
But I've seen somebody trying to argue that 250 counts the advertising budget. And
no,
I'm like,
it does not.
Fucking universe?
That's production budget.
I know. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. I'm like, and if that's the case, then they didn't spend nothing on the movie then because
and they didn't pay the stars. They didn't pay the stars because you think okay. Here's the checks they wrote. They paid Chris Hemsworth. They paid Natalie Portman.
We sat there and figured out that one day.
Yeah, we did. They paid Taika Waititi. They paid what's her name, the Plank of Wood lady.
And we were being pretty conservative as far as like what we were figuring on what they were making. Yeah. And right there, we had figured like half of the budget just went between actors and the director and shit like that. So yeah.
Yeah. My calculus professor would say their math is broken. Stop trying to break math. That's right.
Well, that's the thing is a lot of people don't think about back end deals. They'll never tell us what the actual advertising cost is usually unless they want to boast about a certain part of the advertising.
Oh, this graph actually comes from the numbers up here. I know it's kind of highlighted out because I use a screen changer to make it more legible and easier to read. But no, the site's called The Numbers. That's the name of the site.
Now, there is the other side of it too, where a movie studio isn't above lying about how much the budget is.
That's true.
Whether it's more or less, it could vary depending on the situation. And again, that's why I say movie math is all about who's asking.
That's true.
Right? It's always about who's asking.
Yeah.
Because if you're somebody they may owe money, then it never made a goddamn dime and it cost a fortune to make. And if they're trying to sell the idea of the movie being the greatest thing ever, they will boast about a larger budget than it may have. But that's usually the only time they will. Otherwise, they'll try to hide the size of a large budget.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah. The toys and stuff. Yeah. None of that's selling. ATN, you're right. Look, when was the last toy? Right? Outside of Ghostbusters, Tom, what was the last toy that sold well after one of these releases? Marvel, Star Wars, any of that? What was the best toy?
Probably either Godzilla and Kong or
Baby Yoda.
Well, besides that, but that's even older than that.
Yeah. No, but
like
I mean,
you can't get rid of some of that Baby Yoda shit now, it seems like.
No, you can't. No, because that's oversaturation.
Yeah. But no, like the Jurassic World stuff was selling pretty good. Seemed like, because they moved all the Cretaceous Park shit out of there and that Netflix show, and they moved in the movie stuff.
Yeah.
And that seems to be moving pretty well. I mean, but this is just for my own personal, like, just I go by the toy section and check it out. But could vary. But no, I don't see any interest in kids in Lightyear toys. I don't see any interest in I mean, kids love Spider-Man. There's still Spider-Man No Way Home toys up on the shelf. That says something, but there ain't no Doctor Strange or shit like that.
Man, you go to Ollie's or Five Below or any of those places where they clear that shit out. You're gonna find a bunch of that. Yeah, you're right. The Lego sets sell, Eric, but it's not really the same.
Those are an exception, because not only is the Lego sets, first of all, they have like two or three fan bases. They kind of. You got the Lego fan plus whatever the franchise fan is too. So yeah.
Yeah, Lightyear isn't selling. Yeah, Lightyear toys are not selling. Look at you guys. You're right on top of this. Yeah, nobody's buying toys anymore. It's all Fortnite skins now. This. Yeah.
Most honestly, yeah. We've gotten to a point where adults buy more toys than kids do, probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow, this is a great question, Kathy. Go to Chris Hemsworth, ask him this, and then see if your teeth are still in your face. But no, you're failing at your back end deal. Does that mean you're a shitty actor? That's a good question.
No, but what these kind of budgets and box offices will do is, look, we got to this point where these actors would take these back end deals because these movies actually were generating profits at one time, right? And you could get a really nice payday off of these movies. Yeah. But now, when you're getting to a point where they're going to have to turn around and say, no, the movie did not make any money, and they're not even going to be technically lying, right?
Look at this. It made $5 million yesterday.
Well, that for a Sunday, that's horrid. Or no, that's a Monday. Mondays, that's not too bad for a Monday.
But it keeps falling off a cliff, bro.
It is falling off. Well, that's because we're looking at the weekend. Like, compare it to last Monday, more so.
Okay, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 12 million, 63% down.
Yeah.
So 5 million, 63%
It's hit a new low, that's for sure.
Well, it's consistent. It's falling 63% on Mondays.
Pretty much.
Oh, it's so good to see all you folks. I don't know, man.
That means it's pretty much done by next weekend.
Oh, it's toast, man. Disney is.
Doesn't the DC Pets thing come out this weekend too, or is that the weekend after?
No, I think you're right. Let me double check. Super Pets, DC, Super Pets.
Because see, I was thinking that'd be more competition for Minions than anything. In fact, I think that might even end up surprising everybody and taking the top spot. You watch.
July 29th. International's 27.
Week and a half away.
Yeah, week and a half away. So it buys one more week. No competition. 3 weeks.
That movie might surprise some people because it's got Keanu Reeves and some other people doing voices in it.
Hey, AJ, I owe you some graphics. I'll send them over to you to take a look at.
We're still talking about Lightyear, unfortunately. Yes.
Yeah, light beer. No, actually, this is not Lightyear. It feels like Lightyear. This is
Thor. We're talking about Thor now. Never mind.
Thor, Cuck, and Blunder. Loving Chunder.
Can we talk about Scotty?
Oh yeah, I got that article.
I like to pick on Scotty.
Okay, let's
pick on Scotty.
Okay, you want me to whip this out? All right.
This sucks.
We didn't even get it there yet. Beavis.
Damn it, Beavis.
Damn it, Beavis.
All right, you ready?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
Yeah, put it in, big boy.
All right, here we go. There we go.
Box office. Thor 4 falls record 68%. But here's 500. Yeah. They're trying to spin this as best they can, kids.
Dude, this guy, and he could not chill harder if there were 3 of him. I mean, I'm sorry. Well, that is a headline that marks silliness. This is a good picture, though. Look at how high quality that image is. Look at this face.
Left to right. Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie and Natalie Portman as Mighty Thor in Marvel Studios. Thor, Love and Plunder. Photo by Jason Boyland. Copyright Marvel Studios 2022. All rights reserved. Jason Boyland.
That's a weird way to spell Jason, or a cool way, depending on your perspective. Look, Thor: Love and Thunder topped the box office in its second weekend, earning against what? What opened? Actually, that Crawdad Sings thing opened to a surprise 17 million. They didn't think it was going to get over 10. Then they adjusted to 15, and it still cracked that to 17. But anyway, 46 million for a new $232 million 10-day total. That's a whopping 68% drop. Yes, it is, from its 144 million Friday to Sunday launch, counting 29 million in previews. And B, precisely enough of a drop that Thor 4 to avoid the $100 million Losers Club. You don't know that, Scott. You don't know that, Scott. Still, 68% would be bad for any,
because he's going by double the 250. That's why.
Because he's really not plugged in anymore, is he?
No, well, it's not just him. A lot of people do this and they make this mistake. And I know we stress it as much as we can, but yeah, doubling the budget does not make the money back. It doesn't work that way.
Based on reported advertisements and everything else for large tent poles, you need to throw it 2.7 is actually right about where it sits now. 2.7.
And we have no idea what kind of back end deals that Hemsworth or anybody else had. And again, they're not making enough money yet to matter, but still.
Yeah. It's in no universe should Disney be killing these properties. I agree with you. Lets you know the agenda is most important to them. I agree with you, AJ. Mendelsohn fails again. It's stating the obvious, right? Darren Gatewood says, will Disney have any excuses if Super Pets outdoes Lightyear? They don't have any excuses now. Minions just crushed it. So yeah, they will have none. You're 100% right on target, Darren. You nailed it, my friend. Yeah. Kareen says it's a very popular book.
Which is hilarious because Minions is the 5th movie in the franchise. Yeah. It's also a spinoff. So they have no excuse with that. And yeah, so if Super Pets kicks its ass, they'll come up with excuses, but yeah. It's kind of the same. We'll see the typical Scott Mendelsohn excuse here. I can't believe Forbes would even print something like this, but anyway.
Yeah, so Charlie's like, so it's 675 million before any profit starts. That's nuts. Sometimes it's worse. They I think it was reported that they actually broke even with the Bond film. That is amazing to me, and I'm trying to think something else that was surprisingly expensive. Gosh, Tom, what was one of the most expensive films that just, well, obviously Lightyear tanked.
In recent years?
Yeah.
Probably Dune or something like that, I guess.
Yeah, Dune barely cracked, even if that. I think it.
I don't think it did in the theaters. No.
Yeah, I think it's been a loser.
The only reason you can probably consider Dune in the profit is because Warner Brothers handed over $100 million check.
Crawdaddy Sings. Yeah, that film opened great, Kareen. I mean, they were not anticipating a $17 million open, so good for it. Let me tell you. Hey, Fats is here. What's up? Yeah, Solo was a complete dumpster fire. Thank you. That's a little ways away. Defenders of the Faces. Pootie's fault. Pootie Poot. Little pooty poo. Imagine losing to Minions. Disney did that with an offshoot of the third animated movie franchise. Yes. You arguably their most profitable animated series to date is the Toy Story franchise, right, Tom?
I would say. I mean, I can't think of one that's bigger. Maybe Nemo, but even that's not only 2 movies. So, yeah.
So my point is, Minions crushed Lightyear, the namesake of Buzz Lightyear. One of the key elements of the.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like they have less of an excuse. This is only one spin-off removed. It's the 5th movie in the series, yeah, but I mean, Minions is 2 movies deep now, and the last 2 movies made $1 billion.
Okay,
it's actually the 5th movie in the Despicable Me series, though.
So Sanders says, hey, let's say 240. Okay, no, let's say 40% of 675 million. 50% is 337.5 million. 67.5 million. 200 equals 270 million. I'm not sure where what you're trying to say, but yeah, my brain's not following. Sorry about that. Yeah, so 675 million is about accurate. Okay, that's what you were doing. All right, very good. Yeah, I think you're right, Sander. But again, I mean, it's going to be about 700 million. That's what the number I've now heard multiple times. So anyway, the film got middling for Marvel reviews and word of mouth. It just took a record-sized second weekend drop for an MCU movie, just above the 67% plunge for Doctor Strange 2 from 187 million debut. Spider-Man No Way Home was off to a $260 million launch domestically, and Black Widow, $80 million. But that also had the Disney Premier Access, which did muddy the waters. But people did pay extra for the film, so it's less muddy. Okay, so Tom, a household buys with the Premier Access crap they were selling at Disney. A household buys that film. It was $30, right?
Yeah.
So spent $30 on that film. Disney got all that $30 outside of the pass-through costs for the streaming.
Pretty much. I mean, that was.
So that was a better way to earn money?
I don't know.
Hard to say. But anyway, so all these other films are what they are, but we'll see if Thor earns closer to 1.6 its 10-day total. I don't think it's gonna. The multiples aren't there. If it's not over 2.6, it's not there, and it's not profitable. Factors are working against it, like mixed reviews, word of mouth, and awareness that Taika Waititi directed film will be on Disney Plus after 45 days. However, it's not like movie got reviews and buzz on par with Morbius. No, that thing was trash. The good news is the film is the last live action big movie for kids until Avatar release in September on the 23rd, or Black Adam. Wait a minute. Did they push Avatar forward?
Not that I know of. It's supposed to come out the week of Christmas, I thought.
Wow, Scott, if you're wrong on this too, bro.
What is you saying?
September.
No. Avatar don't come out until fucking Christmas.
Avatar: The Way of Water. It is currently planned for a release on December 16th.
That's what I thought. He's fucking crackhead.
Wow.
Did he really say September?
Yeah, it's right here.
He's a fucking crackhead.
Until the Avatar Avatar re-release. I misread.
Re-release.
I misread.
He forgot about Spider-Man No Way Home too.
Yeah. Okay, but that's not a big movie for kids. Look, the re-release isn't going to generate anybody in the theater. So I'm glad I reread that, because I was going to say, dude, you're wrong, but he wasn't. He just misstated it. Yeah, Black Adam on October 21. That's the actual big movie for kids.
Well, that or Spider-Man again, actually.
Right, that's true. But here's the thing. Bullet Train, I think, is going to be good. I don't care about this film, and that's a shame because I used to like Olivia Wilde. But here it is. Discovery's DC, Warner Brothers Discovery's DC Super Pets on July 29th. And this is funny. Oh, God, the irony if a DC animated films opens big and undercuts Disney's big MCU sequel. That's exactly what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't see anything but good here. I could be wrong.
I mean, I'm not going to turn around and say that it's going to do huge numbers, but...
ATN says, I doubt it made better money because of Premier Access, because if that was the case, we'd be seeing movies getting Premier Access. Well, actually, they also suffered quite a bit of Seven Seas activity because of that. FYI. What's up, Brian Roberts? Good to see you. Victor Fontaine says, Toy Story 3 and 4 both made $1 billion at the box office. Yeah, so it's just insane. Sadly, Netflix is making better cartoon shows. Yeah. All of Hollywood is losing money because almost every movie has extensive reshoots. And that's the other thing. Thor Love and Thunder didn't suffer that fate. But Doctor Strange did. I don't know. I don't see a way forward for Disney spending $200 million on temples or any of these studios.
Actually, I think there were some reshoots, but they just weren't as extensive.
Oh, well, with 6 weeks? Yeah. Hey, I have a question, and it's completely off this subject. What kind of reshoots do you think, how much money, how many weeks do you think it'll take to fix Flash? You saw you saw the mirror thing is looking more and more likely, right?
Yeah.
I know what you guys reported, so.
Yeah. I would say, to be conservative, probably 3 months, maybe 2. And that's just because of how technically difficult it might be. Then to actually do the physical or the digital work to recombine it all, God, it could take almost a year. That's where them pushing it off. I still say it's probably going to get pushed off again. It's more.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Because we're getting to that point where it's past. There's less than a year before it comes out. So
apropos of nothing Hollywood related, is it possible to share audio from a DVD to my drive to StreamYard? The video works, but can't get the audio. Yeah, I clicked share audio. Huh.
Not unless you maybe have the file in there, and
you could connect the headphone jack if your DVD player has that, or if you have RCA cables.
Depends on what you're doing.
Go out into a mic jack.
But he's playing it straight through his DVD drive in the computer. But yeah,
sure.
You either have to go a roundabout way of figuring it out, or you just have to share your entire screen with the sound.
Isn't that called Voice Meter Banana? What is that? Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm talking about when you actually share something, you share the entire screen, and also just make sure you click on share.
You should be able to share the audio. That's odd.
Unless it's not coming through because it's a digital signal, who knows?
Oh, it's also possible that they could have that, because that could have been the old version of the copyright protect junk.
Yeah, because I got pissed because I had a CD recorder, and I went and hooked up a player and stuff to where I was gonna, because like a lot of movies have like the score only on one track,
right?
So I was gonna make my own CDs of the scores, and it wouldn't allow me to record off them. Yeah,
it would
just it's a DRC protected or whatever.
Yeah. Handbrake allowed you to skirt a lot of that stuff. So try that if you move it from.
Well, that's where I was saying, rip it off of the DVD and put it on your hard drive, and then try and play it that way through it somehow.
Because that's a digital export, and that should work just fine. Speaking of which, Man of War 665 for War 665, the neighbor of the beast, says, "Oh look, it's Dilligaff Cinema indeed. Do I look like I give a flip?" Yeah. But they are a success. Yeah, it would work if you rip the DVD. That's kind of what I was talking about.
That's what I'm saying. It's trying to. It could very well just be because it's trying to pass the digital audio through, and it's not correctly connecting, or the DRC is getting in the way. Could very well be too.
That's true. I think it's probably the DRC. But yeah, anyway. Hi, Apollo Meeks. Good to see you. Oh, this is what I wanted to jump to. ATN Faldero says, just release The Flash as it is at this point. Lose 200 million rather than 200 million plus 100 million in reshoots. Look, they should have just released April, right? April would have been the perfect time to release this film.
Unfortunately, there's just so much baggage that goes along with it.
Well, right now, release it now.
Well, that's just you can't. It's a very complicated.
You and I both know they can't, but yeah.
Yeah,
it would have made sense though.
It's very nuanced, and they're working on it. That's all I keep hearing.
Yeah,
and like you said, we're just finally hearing that Zaslav okayed getting rid of Amber. So
yeah,
and then of course, in the midst of all this, we get that Emilia Clarke news.
Yeah. Oh man, 2 aneurysms. Good gravy.
Yeah.
God. She's like, I'm missing part of my brain. I'm like,
now, was this an interview with her, or was this prompted by something else?
I think it was an interview with her, and I think she's speaking as if it was past tense, so maybe she collected those aspects of her cognitive ability again.
Well, I mean, she's still working, so yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, and because from what I heard, it was mainly just yeah. My landlord's mowing lawn. Okay. So Sadie's barking and he's out there.
I hear Sadie, yeah.
So basically it just has to do with them trying to figure out a schedule, and not only that, is it going to be something she can work in her schedule in the future for sequels, right? Like, that's, from what I heard, the biggest hurdle right now with Emilia Clarke is. But that doesn't mean they don't have 2 or 3 other choices in the wings, right? And to fix the Mira problem is going to be a piece of cake in comparison. Because they may not even have to film a lot of it on blue screen. It all just depends on how many actors she interacts with. It all depends on, because from what I know, most of her scenes, like she said, are in a hospital bed, and that was confirmed by her on the stand and some other shit. So, like, yeah, I mean, of course, I had heard from one of those screenings, yeah, VLC, but you got to be able to pass through the audio. That's an issue. I get it.
Yeah.
As far as those screenings, I heard that Amber wasn't so much the problem, just the movie was shit.
Yeah.
So, like, basically, it was one person told me Amber's the least of that movie's problems. So, I don't know. DC has a sequel problem.
They do. DC does a DC problem. They haven't been able to make consistently good films for a while,
and I don't see Black Adam really pulling him out of this slump either.
Yeah, Man of War's boss is bouncing back. That makes me really happy. So this is good to read.
Oh,
yeah. Let's see. I hope that Emilia Clarke gets the appropriate therapy. Me too. Yeah. But I think she's already been through it, to be honest with you.
That's what I think you're right.
Yeah, the trial was incredible. Yes, it was. It really was. Yeah. Warner problem. Maybe so, Rami Salami. That's possible. Although I mean, we'll see what Zaslav does with it, to be honest with you. Mighty Orbot says, yeah, Wonder Woman. Man, Wonder Woman 1, pretty decent film, absent the end of the first film. I thought that was a little hokey McSmokey, right? But overall, interesting, right? And the second film was god awful. Does that mean Aquaman 2 is going to be god awful? Aquaman 2 could be James Wan's scariest movie to make. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Das Woodfin says, I think Black Adam will do fine. It will get a lot from just The Rock being in it.
Will it?
Okay. Tom and I are always going to ask the question he just asked. Will it? That's going to make this film or these films successful.
The Rock is not as proven a commodity as people like to present him as. He's not rock solid.
My thoughts on this are just a quick analysis of where his movies pull from. If he's part of an ensemble, and we're going to do this one more time. If he's part of an ensemble, his movies do great, but it's not attributed solely to him. It's the fact that everybody's supporting the film and the ensemble that it's made up.
Has he had a bunch of flops? No.
No.
But has he had movies that were extremely successful? No. His most successful film, I believe, is San Andreas.
But yeah, and I thought he was. Nobody saw the film, but I thought he was good in Walking Tall.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a ton of films that have done well, either critically or
Scorpion King.
Well enough at the box office, but he's also had a lot of movies that either barely broke even or didn't make money. Like I think Rampage didn't quite make any money, and there's a couple other ones. But you're right. That's kind of the point we've made of time and time again. If he is the sole star, if he is the carrying force of the film, then all bets are off. There's no. I would love to see him beat his record. Could Black Adam do it? Yes. Black Adam is the one movie he's done so far that I would consider his starring vehicle that has the potential to take his top box office slot. But I don't know. The DC universe is in such shambles right now that.
Yeah, but yeah, man, DC's a mess. Could it be the best film coming out of DC in a while? Yeah, I think Black Adam could be. But you're right. Dwayne Johnson is international. That is true. He is. He's an international star.
That is the one thing that he has as far as like, and that's why I think he keeps getting the movies he does. Yeah, because he's kind of the closest we have to like an Arnold Schwarzenegger or a Stallone right now.
Yeah, but here, okay, so here's a little background on that, right? You collect slightly more in some countries and slightly less in some countries than you would in the U.S. at the box office as a distributor, right? The exhibitor takes either more or less, in most cases less, right? But advertising in international markets is more expensive. So it's a wash when it comes to grosses internationally. I don't know. Maybe there's companion advertisement that's taken advantage of in foreign markets. I don't know. But of the 47 major markets that most films end up in, all the bigger films and mid-sized films end up in, it's a crapshoot. We'll see. Jungle Cruise was not great. I mean, and that was two people that people claim to like, right? Yeah, Walking Tall is a good film. A lot of people don't. I see a lot of films other people don't see. The Rock is overrated. Some people say that, and Jumanji did do pretty well. Boosh, you're right there, but at the same time, that's an ensemble. You got Jack Black, the super hot redhead chick. Kevin Hart. I mean, he wasn't carrying all the water. Plus, you had a Jonas brother, right? And then in the end, you had a Hanks, right? Tom, am I off base?
In Jumanji, I don't remember who all was in it. It had quite a few people.
Yeah, well, Jack Black.
It had
redheaded awesome chick from Avengers that is usually the blue chick. Not Avengers, but Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, what's her name?
Gamora's sister. Yeah, well, she's smoking. It had Kevin Hart in it. I mean, it's not like it was. Again, it's an ensemble. Jungle Cruise was not a break-even movie. Did not break even. Oh, some people may not have heard of that, Tom. What happened with Amelia Clark? She had 2 aneurysms.
Yeah.
Not 1, 2. A while ago. So.
Yeah, I mean, there was that one article we had before, but I can't find that one, but I'm looking at a different one now. And it's funny because you look at all these it goes hit and bombs of the biggest blockbuster. I'll share this so you actually see what I'm looking at here.
Oh, yeah, whoop it out.
This is a different one than we normally share. The biggest box office blockbusters, the biggest bombs of Dwayne Johnson's career. Notice the bombs are single when he's a single star. The hits are when he's with somebody else or an ensemble. See, it's consistent with what we've been saying.
And Walking Tall was a good film, by the way.
Yeah, but it didn't make the money. See,
Yeah.
Bomb, Grid hit the Jumanji sequel. Bomb faster, hit Fate of the Furious. Bomb, well, that was an ensemble, but that's just a stupid fucking movie in general. Another
Furious
fucking
7,
Fast and Furious movie, yeah. But yeah, his biggest films are like San Andreas, the Skyscraper one, and those two I think have the biggest domestic box office. But oh yeah, internationally, he's like 3 or 4 times the star he is in the US. Like he's only grossed, like of all his films, he's only grossed like $1 billion in the US altogether.
He's not done the best. He is an international.
Yeah, internationally, he's done like 5 billion.
Yeah, the Skyscraper film he was in did do pretty well. That is,
and I'm doing fuzzy math here, but that's just roughly from shit I've looked up and stuff in the past. But yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a big star. He's a well-known star, but he is not a proven commodity to be able to sell a movie on his own. And Black Adam is not a very well-known character.
Yeah, but he does a good job with the visuals. It's not a CGI suit. It's his body in the suit.
It is, but I've seen the trailer like 3-4 times now, and I keep getting Iron Man vibes mixed with...
Plus, it's going to give Campy another chance to point at somebody's package and talk about shading. So I'm very...
Oh my God, the cock.
There you go. Culture, do you want a Detective Pikachu 2 film to happen? I think for the fans, that would be wonderful. I think that would be wonderful. A lot of people are kind of saying, yeah, more impact on fans, yet less payout. That's true. Korg's boyfriend being named Dwayne was the only thing in that Thor movie that gave me a chuckle. Yeah. Interestingly enough, remember that they actually broke their own canon with that particular offhand reference. It's a rock. Do you remember when Charlie Brown was walking around trick or treating? I got a rock.
Of course I do.
So good. Yeah, he never should have got into politics. You know, Michael Jordan had a rule. Republicans buy sneakers too. Tiger Woods had the same rule. Smart business, guys.
Only his rule was, I don't care who they are, I'll still fuck them.
Okay, Eric, it depends on how you define said kind of release, right?
That one you could kind of give it a mulligan on, I guess, but there's nothing to really give us any indication that it was going to be some massive hit. Yeah. Right? Like, I've not heard anybody come up to me and say, "Oh, that is just the bestest movie ever." In fact, I think most people who've seen it told me it sucked. So,
yeah. Yeah, thank you, Karen Gilliam. That's right. She's amazing. Yeah, Jungle Cruise was worse than Haunted Mansion.
That's what, yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. It didn't necessarily get the best of
Look, I loved it. I think Toby Moss, I think that the remake was brilliant. I think they did a great job with it.
I have them, but I have not seen either one of them yet.
You need to. Oh, they're good. Yeah. Yeah, thank you everybody for saying.
I have this thing about getting. I'm gonna have to just get past the Robin Williams thing first. It's just something I haven't been able to do yet.
Doom made money. Uncle Remus, I don't know.
No, actually, I think it was in the bomb section.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Who else do we got here? Who was good in Get Shorty?
Oh, The Rock in the sequel and Be Cool.
Oh, he was in the sequel. Yeah. All right. I was going to say, what? Nah, but I believe you.
Played a gay guy in that, but that doesn't exist because it was before 2016.
Oh, man. The Birdcage is still one of my favorite films ever. Robin Williams, Nathan Lane, and Hank Azaria.
Didn't happen.
Oh, so good.
Never happened.
Yeah. Victor Fontaine brings up an interesting number. $94 million box on a $200 million spend.
Mm-hmm.
That thing lost a couple $100 million after advertisement spending and everything. What's up, Gilk, man? Black Adam will break even at best, says OC Dobbins, and OC Dobbins would know.
Yeah, I don't want to count my chickens on that one either. I don't think it's going to do bad, but I don't expect it to do like massive box office.
MK Ultra.
Why is the mayor of fucking Jaws in front of a gas station? Oh, fuck. It's just absurd. You got to explain that one to me.
Sonic 2 was one step forward for video game adaptations, but Paramount, Halo Plus, and Netflix Resident Evil are 2 steps back. Easy. Here, wait, dude. Halo set back video game adaptations 30 years, just alone by itself. Resident Evil, they'd only set them back another decade. So we're 40 years. We're back to the creation of video game times, folks. That's how bad it was.
I think this whole curse will be broken if the Mario Brothers movie is successful. If that does well, it's received well, then this whole thing will kind of go away. Because when you've had Sonic, you've had Mario, and you've had a couple of decent Mortal Kombat movies, and Resident Evil was a pre-proven franchise. So yeah, I think that'll break that curse.
Okay, I hope so. Victor Fontaine says Skyscraper was 305 on a 125. Yeah, that probably made money. Not big money, but made money.
Yeah, it did. That's his biggest hit. His biggest solo hit, I believe. Yes.
Real weight.
It was either that one or San Andreas that was the biggest one. I can't remember which, but yeah.
Yeah, we have they were backflips. Yeah, indeed, Chris Fisk. Yeah, I forgot that we were getting Shazam again. Keep forgetting about that.
We're getting Shazammed. That's what they should call it.
Shazam. Yeah, Be Cool did make money. It just wasn't. It didn't perform like the first film.
I honestly, on that one, I'd be questionable on that. I think that movie actually flopped.
Really?
Yeah, because they did a piss poor job of letting people know that it was a sequel to Get Shorty, for one. Because that came out when I had a video store, and I had to keep telling people, oh, by the way, this is the sequel to Get Shorty.
There you go. Well, Maestro wants you to get Andre to talk about the Silent Hill film.
I think he likes them, but I don't know if he's ever played the actual game because it's not on the Sega Mega Drive. Yeah, Be Cool was not very good. Sadly, I think The Rock, from my recollection, was one of the better parts of the film.
Yeah, Get Shorty, the TV show, is great. First and second season, never saw it.
I've heard good things about it.
Never saw it. Oh, you guys are just throwing everything at us today. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know Be Cool was a sequel. It was not marketed well, and it was probably,
they did not do a good job marketing.
They should have figured out a better title that would have been like something.
Well, they advertised it, I think, from the people who brought you Get Shorty instead of actually the sequel to Get Shorty. That was the bigger problem. It had the reverse problem of Fierce Creatures. Do you remember that movie?
I heard of it.
Okay, you've seen A Fish Called Wanda.
Yeah, I love that film. One of the best.
Okay, the entire cast got back together and made a movie called Fierce Creatures. A lot of people misinterpreted and at first thought that movie was a sequel, but I think it bombed, so it didn't matter. But people thought it was going to be a sequel to A Fish Called Wanda. When no, it had no relation to it whatsoever, other than the cast.
It wasn't even a spiritual sequel then.
Not really, no. Other than the animals being a part of it, no. Like that's kind of the only thing that was similar-ish.
Well, the Gilk Man says here that he saw Love and Thunder yesterday. Didn't hate it. Thought it was okay at best, but definitely not as bad as people thought it would be. And I think Chrissy Mayer of FNT enjoyed it. Yeah, but it's Chris.
I've noticed a lot more women enjoy it, but I think it'll have that tendency. But again, you have the problem is even those who enjoy it can't say it's a good movie. And yeah, I've never really come across anybody who can flat out say it's the worst or a horrid movie in any way, because it's just flat. It's just there. It exists. It doesn't really, the jokes don't really land, so it's not funny like Ragnarok, so you can't at least have fun with it, so.
Yeah, and Eric, you're right. Chrissy does offer kind of a normies taste angle. So that's why, yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Please don't let anybody's commentary, try to sully your thoughts around it. If you enjoy something, enjoy it. If you don't, you don't. And nobody should criticize you for your opinion. I mean, they can take issue with your opinion, but not attack you. That's a little different. Speaking of which, somebody said something smart in the thing. I want to find it. There's something here. I saw it. Oh, there it is. Toby Moss. Travolta had Swordfish. That was decent. You know what? Huge Ass Man and him played really well off of each other, and you did see Halle's Berries in that film.
That's one of those movies that I remember getting a lot of praise, and I've seen probably 3-4 times, but I don't really remember much of it besides that.
Halle's Berries?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Sherry loved it. Oh, you did not enjoy it. Wow, I read that wrong. Hi, Sherry. Sherry changes her picture all the time. It's pretty awesome. That's cool. London Tess says, great films brought back for a mediocre story, sadly. Yeah, it happens. Whether it be the Get Shorty thing or the Fish Called Wanda thing we were just talking about.
Or even Thor, for that matter.
Oh, gosh, yeah, thank you.
All of them. And I posted a meme about that yesterday too, because we got in a debate about this. I think was it on one of your shows this last weekend about the whole superhero fatigue. Did you see that? That was your show we were arguing on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I posted a meme about that very thing.
You and I argue a lot about stuff.
No, it wasn't you. I wasn't really arguing with anybody. There was a bit of a debate about it, though, I would say. Because I don't think there's superhero fatigue. And this is what I pointed out with this meme. So much as it's just bad movie fatigue. Right?
Yeah, I think we're all tired of bad films. Are you ready to share that?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay.
Make it a little bigger for you. There you go. See, and this just shows you what I mean here. We've had all these hours of entertainment in this phase 4, but none of it's been any good. And because Spider-Man did so well, that shows me that superhero fatigue is bullshit. It's just, we're sick of bad movies.
And bad TV shows.
And bad TV shows. Filler TV shows. We don't need them.
Yeah, I think Bush says, I don't like Swordfish much. It was another one of those hacking is cool and gangsta and rock and roll films that came out in the 90s. It's true, but I still think one of the best films ever made is Hackers.
Yeah, even though it's bullshit, but yeah.
I know, it's so fun, though.
It's got Fisher Stevens in it, though, so that always is a plus.
That's right. Ragnarok was good.
Yeah, I loved Ragnarok, but unfortunately I couldn't find much to love in Thor and Love and Thunder.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Read by Nature is also, having watched The Black Phone, it shows Derrickson made the right choice for himself.
I heard that a few times.
I've heard nothing but good things. I have to find time to go see that this week. I don't know when. I've been working like a beast. Bad woke entertainment fatigue. You're right, Albert. 100%, Mr. Zulki.
Oh, that looks interesting.
The Message
McDonald's
fatigue.
And Dairy Queen.
Oh, have you seen this?
Missouri.
This is great. It's a BuzzFeed thing, so we can't really get into it. But there's apparently a sign war going on between McDonald's and Dairy Queen. But they didn't just leave it there. I mean, the bank in town got involved. One of the other fast food places got involved.
Wow, salty like our world.
Yeah.
Don't be salty on our account.
Yeah. And then
Did you say sign war?
The local businesses get involved, right?
Oh,
and then keep going. Yeah, and then it's like, hey, do you want to have a sign war? Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's so great.
That's the kind of shit we need. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's like I love Radio Shack's fucking Twitter.
Yeah, now that they're an NFT thing. That's bananas. Yeah, Gross Point Blank was a great one. It really was. What's up, Rebecca Gold? Good to see you, Ian. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Got to hang out with you again soon, man. Netflix expects to return to gaining subscribers in Q3 with an estimated 1 million subscriber increase. Their quarterly just get done? Because I didn't have it tagged for the day. Let's take a look. Netflix quarterly numbers were today.
Might as well to wrap on that. Fuck it.
Yeah. Quick.
I need a nap.
Oh, not bad. They didn't lose 1 million.
How many did they lose?
970,000.
Just under 1 million.
Let's take a look at the story, guys. This will be the last one for today. It's going to be worth it, though. That's the wrong story. Why did I just share Scotty with us again? I don't like Scotty anymore.
Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty. Not my Scotty. Sporkin's awesome, but that's a different Scotty. All right, so from the street.
That Scotty doesn't know either.
Well, that's true. Gosh, need to get that.
I love Scotty.
I know,
but he's clueless when it comes to a lot of things.
Yeah, it's fine. Netflix.
But we love him to death.
We do. Netflix beats Q2 earnings forecast, loses 970,000 subscribers, plans low-cost ad-supported tier. We already knew this. Going forward, we will focus on better monetizing usage, both continued optimization of our pricing and tiering structures, as well as the addition of new lower-priced ad tier, blah, blah, blah. So here we go. Posted a better-than-expected second quarter earnings Tuesday, but lost nearly 1 million subscribers. I thought it was going to be closer to 800,000, but this is a little more than I expected. Forecast softer.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it wasn't great, but I didn't think they were going to lose 1 million. Somebody said over 1 million. I was like, no, I think probably 800,000. I was talking about a little bit 6 Minute Daily this morning. But Tuesday, but lost nearly 1 million subscribers and forecast softer near-term additions as the streaming service continues to face intense competition and rising input costs. No kidding. Netflix said profits for the 3 months ending June were pegged for $3.12 per share, a figure that was 5% higher than the same period last year and firmly ahead of the street consensus forecast of $2.97. There you go. Group revenues, Netflix said, came in at $7.97 billion, up 8.6% from last year, but just behind analysis estimates of 8.04. I knew they were going to disappoint. Netflix 970 paid subscribers over the quarter. The company said less than half of the anticipated 2 million exodus. That's just they really set that bar really high so they could get under it. Rivals are collecting them, supposedly. I don't think that's true. While we always have room to improve, we're very pleased with how far we've come in providing much satisfaction. In the early days, Going forward, we'll focus on better monetizing usage through both continued optimization of our pricing and tiering structures, as well as the addition of new lower-priced ad tier support. Netflix shares were marked 6% higher in after-hours trading immediately following the earnings release to indicate a Wednesday opening bell price of $213.80. Wow, the street went exactly the opposite direction I anticipated. I thought they would slide.
Well, I mean, maybe they got lucky with Stranger Things and a few other things that kind of saved their tail. I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of.
Oh, did I not have that shared?
No, but that's all right.
Oh, here it is. Sorry, guys.
If you did, I didn't see it.
Mm.
But no, I mean, you pretty much gave us the basics. I understood what's going on. I get it. Like it's kind of a wash in a way, but there's always going to be that amount of churn anyway, probably. So yeah, they're probably back on track a little better than people expected, but they're not quite in rebound mode, I would say. Is that probably a good assessment of the situation?
Yeah.
Maybe a Cobra Kai and another season of Stranger Things and some.
I think Disney's going to have one of the most disappointing earnings.
Oh, Disney's fucked. They've got nothing. What do they have? They don't have the most. There's nothing people want on there anymore. We even know now that Obi fell off a cliff.
Yeah, episode 5 and 6 didn't draw a dick.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So there's nothing on Disney Plus for anybody to be interested in. None of these new movies are worth a shit. There was barely any buzz when Doctor Strange dropped on there. So you know there's going to be zero buzz for Lightyear. And guess what Lightyear is going to have to compete with probably? Don't you remember when I said that Top Gun was coming to streaming and video?
Right. That's right.
the same week it'll be on video.
It's not gonna pull numbers.
If not, it'll be a week or two after that. But it comes out on streaming the week before on VOD.
Disney's on the upswing. Somebody must be telling them that the earnings are better than expected.
Well, yeah, Lightyear and all that is not going to bode well. It's not going to boost anything. And Love and Thunder is not going to help their fucking number. Disney hasn't had a hit in a while.
Yeah, but they're headed upward for some reason, which is weird.
Maybe that's Chapek.
No, I think it's a push. I think it's a push because people are anticipating. Yeah, Netflix is up over close now, almost $15 a share. Wow. They limboed underneath the expectations that they set, which were far too ridiculous. So.
I see some folks bringing up Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel did okay critically and with fans, but it didn't do very well number-wise. I think it was the lowest rated of all the Marvel shows, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go. Yeah, Yvonne's like, I have free access to my cousin's Disney Plus account. I still haven't watched anything.
There's really nothing on it anymore. I mean, as far as new content to draw you in, there isn't. There's
I won't be paying for
They
it.
haven't had a hit yet, really. They have The Mandalorian, but that is not even nearly on the level of what they need to sustain this at this point. They don't have a Stranger Things. They don't even have a Cobra Kai. They need that right now. They don't have anything going for them. So,
you know what? Nobody has the fortitude to do this. I would. If I ran Disney right now, this film would not be stuck in a vault somewhere.
You want a 33 or 35 millimeter print of it? I got it.
I do.
It's a Blu-ray or big size, but
it doesn't matter.
It's MKV, but yeah.
That's fine.
It's out there, folks. People have made it available.
Mm-hmm.
I got it scanned right off a 35
I've seen
millimeter.
I think I have the videotape. I mean, somewhere.
You want to see how good it looks?
Sure. Well, yeah, whip it out.
I got some screenshots from. It'll take me a second, but yeah.
Whip it up.
Somebody went through the trouble.
Oh wait, no one watching Super or member chats. I haven't seen any member chats, guys. I actually mentioned that during the early part.
I've been kind of checking in periodically, and I haven't seen any either. Sorry about that if there have been. I got a big 35. I wish I had an actual 35 millimeter projector.
Yeah, I think I got a lot of the supers on the way. We were going through them. Yeah, I got Darius's popcorn. Yeah, if you posted a member chat, please repeat it in the thing with member chat in capitals, and I'll grab it, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I lost my little mini monitor that was also my teleprompter, and that's where I put the chat.
Sorry.
That's no worries.
I got a lot of pictures in this folder.
You should label them something you can.
Well, it's my screenshot folder, so it's all under like just numbers and shit. So
no wonder your computer creeps, bro.
Oh, dude, that's part of the problem. Yes, this next one I get in, I'm gonna have like 2 or 3 external drives for all this shit.
That's dude. I have a 2 terabyte little guy over here that is going to be traveling to and from Vegas with me.
That's kind of what I'm going to do. Is something to that effect.
Yeah. Man, I'm tired.
I know, me too.
But
anyway, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Nah, man, we're gonna wrap. I just don't want to leave anybody hanging with supers or anything.
Yeah, double check on it. Oh, there we go. I found one. Boom. I mean, even the quality isn't even going to come through very well through here, but it's pretty.
Yeah, but a 35 millimeter is pretty solid.
Yeah,
quality.
Considering how old the movie is, yes.
There you go.
This is probably from either. I would imagine this probably comes from one of the 80s prints, but I'm not sure. I could not tell you. And then you got Uncle Remus here.
That's amazing.
This looks really good. Yeah. Nice 35 millimeter scan. It's out there. You can find it.
That's 4:3 format, though.
Well, yeah, they didn't have widescreen yet. And it's actually not from a laser disc either. That's from the 35. It's a HD scan from 35 millimeter. full 1080p.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So they had to go back and mat that whole thing?
It was, well, widescreen didn't come about until the late 50s. So movies made anywhere before that are all that 4:3.
Right. Weird. I thought they were right there.
No, I want to say, when did it come out? Because the first widescreen Disney movie, I believe, was Sleeping Beauty.
Laserdisc. Crud, guys. If I missed anything, I'm really sorry.
Song of the South came out in 46, dude.
Okay, that's why.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's old.
All right.
So.
For whatever reason,
But I'm sure that print that they scanned is probably from the 80s re-release. Because that movie's been re-released dozens of times throughout the years. In fact, it was re-released last in the 80s.
Yeah.
So that would be my guess. I think it was 84 or 86, somewhere in there it was released. And that's probably what that scan's from.
That's crazy.
Hey, Uncle Remus is in the chat. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've been highlighting. Uncle
I didn't
Remus.
even think of that. I was like, oh shit, that's how out of it I am. It's our Uncle Remus right there.
We need to have a 12-hour culture stream. No, we don't. Good Lord.
You want to kill this man?
I don't sleep as it is. Not much anyway. We were up pretty late last night on Comics' channel. So, what did you think of last night, Tom?
What do you mean?
Well, of the show. I mean, we had Carrie on.
Yeah, that was fun. Carry on my wayward son.
Okay. Great humans.
There'll be peace when you are done.
All right, so I'm going through, and right now,
lay your weary head to rest.
I'm looking at the supers at the moment, and I don't
you
see.
Cry, no. Boom, 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 boom. I got Max Relax, member for 3 months.
Okay.
At the Rewards Club member level.
Thank you.
If cannot hit face, aim for balls. Does Confucius say that?
No, yeah. Well, and then remember, restomp the groin.
Olaf Van Ness says, member for 8 months at the Gold Club member. As Drinker said in his interview, current gen of writers are brought up that the world is bad with a lack of DIE, diversity, inclusion, and equity. And that's all the farther back I can go.
All right. I didn't see any other ones. So
sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, our brought back in the world is bad with all the lack of dye. So this could be, look, it's going to be really easy to explain to your children's children what happened.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. You know what? I actually almost like that they won't release it because it makes it even cooler that I have a 35mm scan of it.
It is pretty cool.
Isn't it? Like, it's just like, fuck them.
I'm going to get a film copy. Accidental Tourist is a 12-hour culture telethon for insert charity here. I would do that. I mean, I would have to find a charity, but yeah. 18 hours is too long. 18 hours is too long.
Wonder what they would do if you tried to stream that movie just over and over again on a live stream.
Kill me.
Well, not on like your channel, but like you just start a channel just for that.
Just for that?
Just for that. Just start fucking showing that movie on loop. Wonder how long it would take for it to get shut down.
2 minutes.
Probably. Because even though they won't release that film, I'm sure they have it on lockdown with copyright shit. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, let's go take a nap before mead.
Sounds good. Yeah, I actually have actual work to do. Crud. Anyway, guys, Netflix is making a rampage back up the chart. Disney's bouncing back for some reason. The people are being optimistic on that side of things, and I don't think they should be. I don't care if the parks are crowded, folks. Hey, Tina, good to see you. What's up, crazy cat guy? He resent his member chat. I think we got it. I think we just read it.
I don't think I got crazy cat guys.
No. Olaf Van Ness just resent his. I think we got it.
Did get we got
Yeah.
Olaf's and we got Max Relaxes. That was it.
Yeah, Darius is like, don't worry about it. Mine was a joke. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Darius. We love you though.
Toby Moss is like, so invent a word for this whole letter so it's less complicated.
Fucked?
Yeah. Or weftastical.
Weftastical.
Weftastical. I don't know.
Boosh
I do know
says we missed a super chat of his.
I didn't see it.
Unless he's fucking with us.
He probably is. You know how I know that? Because I pulled up my monetization thingy-majiggy bobber gizmo flotchy thing. I'll refresh. Enhance. It's not there. But yeah. I'm going back to Rod Thunderheart, who sent me a cup of coffee. Anyway.
Boosh says, never mind, they took out the middle finger emoji.
Oh, bummer.
That's
World War woke. There you go.
That or they just won't let you put it in a super chat.
Yeah.
Or did they take it out altogether? That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know, James. Yeah, the stocks just went up and for no reason. I have a feeling Disney's earnings are going to set some people aback, but that's just my opinion. All right, we got to roll out. I got stuff to get done. Hopefully I can make it over to me this afternoon. So Tom doesn't yell at me. Let me again.
You never show up.
That's what's never. Yeah, well, I love you because of karate with infinite patience. Someday I'm gonna have to tell everybody that was the worst messed up super chat text message I ever sent.
That's what it's from. For those who don't know, we're karate with infinite patience. You and I are rare people indeed. Culture sends me a fucking text in the middle of the night saying that shit. I said, what the fuck does that mean?
There was a lot of autocorrect involved in that. Oh, Lord. That is not what I typed.
So from then on forward, I said, that's going to be our sign off.
That's our sign off. So karate with infinite patience.
You and I are rare people indeed.
True that.
True that.
All right, we'll see you later, everybody. We love you. Have a great one. We do appreciate you. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. I'm going to finish my pizza and go back to work. Until next time. Right, Tom? Until next time.
Sadie's going to bust through the window.
All right. Well, go get your dog. Bye.
It was the CultureCasino show. If you didn't see the show, that's too bad. You can rewind, but it's not like when it's live and we just say weird stuff off the cuff. But you can kind of pretend it is if you want to. We're not going to take that away from you. But if you're listening to this on the replay, you probably feel really weird and awkward now that I have said all that weird shit to you. It's Culture Casino. It is time to go. Culture Casino show. The show is over, folks.